Alright guys, welcome to this video. Today I have a special guest, not very special. His name is Richard. We've been working together for like 4 years, something like that. And again, we did this similar interview a couple of years ago. And I want to see what changed, and I want him kind of to share his journey and the challenges that comes with it, right? So first of all, what was the point where you decided that you actually need to start?
I just think it's a self-realization at some point where you feel unhealthy, you feel that whatever you're doing is not sustainable, and you just feel that you need a slightly different regime, whether it's food, whether it's fitness. It all dawns on you, and I think it's something that comes from within, not something that people can tell you unless they tell you you're really looking unwell or you're looking unhealthy. But for me, it kind of came from within. I mean, I started feeling that I was unable to pull my day through. I was not fit, and I really needed help, and that's how it started.
Okay, and what was the hardest thing to do when you started?
I think it's just to get your mind into a state of discipline to say, look, this is what you need to do, and then you just need to be sustaining that. It's the easiest thing to kind of start in a fit of excitement and then lose momentum down the road. I think for me, and I think you really helped with that, is to continuously push myself to ensure that it's a sustained kind of regimen. And like you said, it's been 4 years, and I can't think of too many times where I've missed class, or unless I'm traveling or I'm unwell. So it's really the discipline of being at it continuously to see some change.
Okay, and but I'm curious because there's something that many people expect, right? So, what was your expectation when you started, and what was the reality when you kind of got into the routine?
I think the expectation is that you come to class and it'll just do wonders, and overnight you go from being unhealthy to being fit, and I think that's the biggest fallacy. I think the truth is that this has to be. I mean, you at least for me, I have had 45, 46 years of little or almost no exercise, and from there to get to a point where I wanted to be, which is to be fit, not necessarily thin, meant that I had to have, like I said, a sustained period of discipline, not just in fitness, but even in the way I, slept, got up, ate, and my habits. So I think for me, it's been a journey, actually, to be honest.
Okay.
And I think what I have wanted to get out of this, I'm feeling fit, I sleep well, I'm a little more conscious about what I eat, and I just ensure that I work out thrice or 4 times a week, and I'm feeling on top of the world, actually.
Okay, that's cool. And we kind of started when you were between your 40s and 50s, and now you kind of crossed the 50s, right? And
thanks for making me feel old, man. I feel better than what I was when I started, actually.
Well, that's the goal, right? And again, we have many clients that come to us in their early 30s, or maybe like close to the 40s, and we see that even at that young age, they start having health issues. They're having like medications, they're pre-diabetic, they start having back pain, joint pain, and everything like that. And we always tell them, well, that's very, very young to get this kind of issues. Like when you started, I remember you had some of them, like you had back pains, you had joint pains, and everything like that. How does it feel now when you're like even older? So you're older than when you started, and then you started with so much health issues.
Yeah, and I might sound like a broken record, but I keep coming back to this, which is, it's about conscious, just conscious living, whether it's eating, exercising, sitting, sleeping, working. It's just about being conscious. I think we do a lot of things unconsciously. I used to do it very unconsciously, without thinking, ate what I had to, sat the way I wanted to, slept late, etc. I've just become more conscious because I just realize the effect of conscious living. So it's not that I've given up eating the good things in life. I still do, but I do it in moderation. I know what the importance of exercise is. I feel fitter, both health, body and mind. And I like I said, I just feel that I think about everything I do now rather than earlier, where it was just I just lived life as it came. I think that's the biggest difference for me, Max. Think and do whatever you do. So don't overdo it, but equally be conscious what you do.
Cool. Anything else you want to add?
Well, I think, look, since I'm speaking to you, I think you've been a key part of this path. And I think two things, I've said this in the previous interview as well. I think when somebody comes to a studio or a gym or exercise, and especially if it's in the morning, there's always the thing about, let's push it, let's not go. And I think there's a big drive in the instructor in what you expect when you come. I know for a fact that, I can be as begging of you to kind of take it easy, but once I'm on that mat, then you don't take it easy. And I think after the exercise is over, it's such a different feeling. That's the thing that drives us, not just me, but my wife as well. So, it's difficult to get up in the morning. It still is. I'm human, but the 1 hour, 1.5 hour that we spend is a huge value, and I think it's to be seen and experienced to get to. So I really recommend it. Even if whoever's seeing this video, I mean, if the only thing they take away is come and experience it, I think that would be really worth it.
Okay.
So thanks, Max.
Awesome. Thank you very much.
Thank you.